Hey, how's it going, everyone? This is Proudlock to do the preview for the final game on Sunday between Fulham against Newcastle United at Craven Cottage. And this could maybe be Rafa Benitez's last game in charge of us if he doesn't sign a contract extension. We really want him to, but the talks looks like they have been positive, but he's probably making sure that he gets what he needs to make sure he can take this club further, and make sure he's going to get backed, and hopefully there'll be some more ambition, because when it has not been happening a lot of the time, that questions are going to be asked, isn't it? So I think that's what Rafa wants to make sure he knows he's going to get that. So yeah, particularly. Also, it could maybe be a few players could also be playing the final game on a Sunday as well. So, who do you think's going to be heading out the door at the end of the season? It's going to be a very interesting, isn't it? I think one or two you could see definitely will be heading out the door. One of them is definitely going to be Isaac Hayden, in my opinion, considering he wants to move away because of family reasons, which you've got to understand totally. So you can see his daughter a lot of the time because he's got to travel a lot down there. So that, yeah, you've got to accept that, in my opinion. Newcastle coming off the back of a 3-2 defeat at home to Liverpool last Saturday. But we played very well in that game, so we did not go down without a fight in that game. Fulham came off the back of a 1-0 away defeat at Wolves, but Fulham are relegated and will be heading to the Championship next season. This was their first season back in the Premier League in a very long time. Fortunately, it's not worked. The very weakest point has been their defending. They've had very little clean sheets this season, and they've been conceding lots of goals, and that's how they've ended up where they have been as well. Ranieri thought he could have been the one to save them. Fortunately not, he was sacked. I think they should have kept Ranieri and for next season, because I think he would be the one to take them back up. But Scott Parker has now taken charge, and it'll be interesting to see if he does get the job to take for the Championship next season. So it's a game they're going to probably think that is Scott Parker going to be good enough for them as well. But hopefully Newcastle can finish the last game on a high. It'd be great if we did get the 3 points, considering our away travels down in London have been woefully this season so far. Only 1 point away down in the capital this season, which was away to Crystal Palace in the 0-0 draw. Yeah, it has. So, will Newcastle looking to end that? We shall see tomorrow. But do I say it's going to be an easy game? Not particularly, no. I think Fulham-wise, attacking-wise, I think they're very good. They've got, as much as I hate to say it, Alexander Mitrovic, Shearer, also Ryan Babel, former Liverpool player who they got in January as well. So, yeah, they're probably going to definitely want to get something out the game as well. So, yeah, in my opinion. But as we know, the relegations have been confirmed this season, but the Premier League title has not been decided so far. It's gone right down to the wire on Sunday as well, between Manchester City and Liverpool, who are looks like they're gonna get that. But also in the Champions League, we've got two Premier League teams in the final, Liverpool and Spurs, and in the Europa League final, we've got Arsenal against Chelsea. So it's been a great week for English football so far, and Sunday will get very interesting indeed. But back with the Newcastle. So as I said, I don't think this is going to be a pretty easy game at all, in my opinion. So let's get now into the predicted lineup. So starting off in goal, Martin Dubravka. He's been our best keeper, hasn't he? So it'd be crazy if you dropped him, which I don't think Rafa would be doing that. In the right centre-back, I'm going to go with Fabian Schär. He's been fantastic this year. Nice bargain buy we got for Deportivo La Coruña, and he's been fantastic for this season. In the middle centre-back, I'm going to stick with Jamal Lascelles, even though people are probably questioning him about the goals were conceded against Liverpool last Saturday, but I think Rafa will stick with Jamal Lascelles in that position. In the left centre-back, I'm going to stick with Paul Dummett. I think he's done pretty well lately in that spot, so I'm going to keep him in there. Into the wing-backs, in the right wing-back position, I'm going to stick with Javier Manquillo. He's done pretty well lately, and also Yedlin has had groin surgery, so it looks like he'll definitely be missing for tomorrow, and that'll be him out. Well, that's him done for the finish for the rest of the season, so hopefully how we see how he recovers, and hopefully he'll be ready for next season as well. So yeah, I'm going to stick with that right wing back position, Javier Manquillo. In the left wing back position, I'm going to stick with Matt Ritchie. There's rumours about his future's up in the air at the minute, but we'll have to see what happens with the end of the season in that one. Into the two centre midfielders, I'm going to stick with Isaac Hayden, and it looks like this will be definitely his last game for the club, because as I said, he wants to move for family reasons. And alongside him, am I going to stick with Key? Or do you think he'll bring in Shelby and Rafa? I don't think Diarmi is going to come in yet. I don't think Diarmi's performances have been enough for him to get that new contract extension. So it looks like he could be on his way out of the club as well. That's another one. And alongside him, I'm going to go with Jonjo Shelby for this game. I know this rumour, his also features up and down as well. So again, will Rafa... will he be staying at the club? Will Rafa keep him on if Rafa stays? It's interesting because there's questions being asked why he's not been playing a lot throughout the remainder of the season. Is it because he hasn't been fit enough? Or I'm not sure. So I'm going to put in Jonjo Shelby for this game. Into the attacking three, starting off on the left, I'm going to stick with Christian Atsu. He did pretty well, and he scored the goal against Liverpool last week. He does need to work on that final ball a lot of the time, because he's now in that position because Almiron is now out for the rest of the season. So I'm going to stick with Christian Atsu. I'm not going to stick in Kennedy. His performances has been way below average this season. Unfortunately, it's been a very disappointing season from, and it looks like he will be better heading back to Chelsea. So there's another player that'll definitely be going out the door. Well, he's only on loan, but he'll definitely be heading back to Chelsea. On the right side, I'm going to still stick with Ayoze Perez. Now, there's rumours about what will happen to him at the end of the season as well. I heard there might be a couple of clubs sniffing around, but we shall see. But judging by his performances for the remainder of the season, I will still keep him at the club. But we'll see what happens ends with that. And up front, it's going to be Solomon Rondon. Now, there's also, are we going to get this lad on a permanent deal? Because so far, after the game on Monday, it looks like he'll be heading back to West Brom at this rate. But to me, we've got to keep this lad, in my opinion. We have got to keep him. He's done fantastic he's got 11 goals this season, 10 in the league and 1 in the League Cup. But you look at his work rate and it's been brilliant. It's the way he can hold the ball, try and take people on. We've got to get this lad on a permanent. Pay the money or swap. Send Gale to West Brom permanent and let us have Rondon. He's proved a lot of people wrong this season with his performances. They've been absolutely brilliant. So I really hope we get Rondon on a permanent deal. So there you go. That is the predicted lineup for Sunday and score prediction. And I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Newcastle, trying to end this season and the last game on a high. Hopefully, we're probably going to finish around about the 13th or the 14th spot by the looks of it at this rate. So, yeah, that's what I think. I think majority fans would have definitely taken to be safe this season, considering how our season was looking at the beginning, where we didn't pick our first win until September. So I think majority of, as I said, war fans are just glad we're now safe for this season. So yeah, there you go. That is the preview done for the game on Sunday, and there will also be a review of the game, of course. But there might be a couple of other videos coming out as well on the same day. One of them we're planning to do is a season review. So I think we're gonna get a group of lads together and discuss how this season has went. So yeah, there you go, something a bit different for the channel as well. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment, as I've said. If you're also new and haven't checked me out, please make sure you do hit that subscribe button. And I shall see you all later. Take care of yourselves. Have a great weekend and bring on Sunday.